expecting him to play tonight. This Warriors team's legit. Oh, and did you miss the fact that Jonathan Kuminga hit 4 threes, played an all-around awesome game, is now one of Steve Kerr's trusted players? I'm getting texts from folks whose opinions I value tremendously, telling me they feel great. What's going on my shirt? Feeling great about the Golden State Warriors. I want to bring the audience on the show tonight. Let's have a good time. It's the Golden Days.
Let's go.
Oh, welcome. I told you it was short and sweet. Welcome to the Golden Days. My name is Cyrus Saatsaz. I'm your host for the evening. If you're tuning in for the I-80 crossover, I think Mark and I are going to reschedule that for tomorrow night this week. But yeah, on game nights, it's going to get funky. Welcome to the program. Julian Bashir, I think eloquently putting it. It's Kuminga days. I don't even have the box score. Folks, if you've ever eaten something that just did not agree with you, you understand my struggle for the evening. I was thankfully able to watch the whole game. If you did not have a Peacock subscription, I completely forgot mine expired ages ago. So I had to like subscribe on the fly. The Rockets and the Thunder game went to double overtime. That was a thriller as well. Side note, what an incredible opening night of NBA basketball. So a lot of you, I imagine, were like me, watching the first game extended on TV. You have your phone open, you're watching the first quarter and then some of the Warriors game until the Rockets and the Thunder finally concluded. And then the Warriors took over. That was a beautiful game, folks. That was a fun game. It wasn't all perfect, but we'll save the negative critique for a little later in the show. It's great to see all of you on a Tuesday night. Yeah, the NBA season is off and running. Excuse me. And the Golden State Warriors start off playing some beautiful basketball. Let's get right into the numbers first and foremost in terms of who really saved the day for your Golden State Warriors. Jimmy Butler had himself a night. All the chatter this week was about Luka. The media fawns over this whiner. I know he lost 20, 30 pounds. He still looks chubby out there. Wouldn't surprise me if later on after the game, he's downing lung darts right now. Maybe going through a whole pack, chain smoking, using the monkey butt lighting technique. If you don't know what that's about, as an old school smoker myself, I smoked cigarettes for 12 years of my life, and then quit cold turkey one day, and I haven't touched one in 15 years. It's been a while, with the exception of that rare night I drink like once or twice a year, and when I have libations, if someone passes one along, I might just take a quick little drag. But Luka tonight is drowning his sorrows with some sort of Eastern European beer. He's puffing those lung darts. He's what's depressed eating? Is that what they call when you're just gorging because you're depressed? Maybe he's eating some cake, maybe put some ice cream and got some hot fudge sauce and lathered his ice cream sundae with some fudge cake on that's melted. You know the dude's gorging after a game like this because Luka Doncic is aware that his Lakers do not hold a candle to the Golden State Warriors. Final score in this one, in a game that really took off and went in the Warriors' favor without looking back. The third quarter, the Warriors brought back that third quarter dominance, that third quarter magic. The final score in this one, 119-109. Jimmy Butler, I started talking about his numbers. He tied for the team lead in net rating tonight, a plus 20. When Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green were out there tonight, they both collectively each had a plus 20, meaning they outscored the Lakers when they were on the court by 20 points. Draymond had himself a night as well. But let me read off to you Jimmy Butler's numbers because they were absurdly good. He led the Golden State Warriors in scoring tonight with 31 points. He got to the line frequently. And if you watch tonight's game, Friendly reminder, free throws are important. It's not just the points that matter. It's the fact that you're stalling the game. You're stalling the other team's momentum, and you're getting those free points. And you're setting your defense up so you don't have to worry about transition offense. Jimmy Butler had 16 free throw attempts in this game. And guess what? He made all 16 of them. 31 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, added a steal, even had a three-pointer. I believe that was at the very beginning of the game. He finished 1 of 2 from deep, shot 50% from the field, 31 points again, a team leading 31 points for Jimmy Butler. But there's a lot of players that we're going to be giving love to on the show tonight besides Jimmy Butler. Why don't I just read off Jonathan Kuminga's stat line, because Kuminga in the third quarter was on fire. He hit 3 of his 4 3-pointers in that third quarter. In fact, the third quarter box score for Jonathan Kuminga, before I read to you his total numbers for the night, in the third quarter of tonight's game. And side note, at the half, the Warriors led this game by 1 point, 55-54. The third quarter comes around, and JK, who started the game, was in the starting lineup again to start the third. He was in the closing lineup, and in that third quarter, Kuminga was a perfect 5 of 5 from the field, a perfect 3 of 3 from deep, 13 points, added 3 rebounds, added a steal, and that was just the third quarter. On the night for JK, my boy, great things happen when Jonathan Kuminga plays. 17 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, added a steal, and was 4 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. He only had 1 trip to the free throw line tonight and made 1 of 2. It didn't matter. It was a complete game. And I've been mentioning this during the preseason that Kuminga is looking a lot like he's taking on an Andre Iguodala type role. He's doing everything out there. But the fact that he's got a pass-first mentality, the fact that he's crashing the boards in a visible manner where everyone can just notice it, you can't miss it. It's impressive. And it was a massive contributing factor to the Warriors' win tonight. JK, bravo. I don't know. I'm going to leave it to the audience in terms of who should be the player of the game. And if you want to start voting right now, I'll try and pay attention as best I can. I always love giving this award out. We make a nice little graphic that we publish on all our social media channels. But it adds a special level of flavor when the audience, you, are voting on who should win that. And the players themselves, they've even told me it matters more to them when they noticed that it was an audience-voted honor for the evening. So it's either going to be Jimmy Butler, who, again, 31 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. It might be Jonathan Kuminga, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. And even though Luka Doncic did score 43 points tonight, a lot of clutch defensive plays from JK. Stephen Curry, Wardell. This was the type of night the Warriors had where Steph is the third player whose name is uttered out of my mouth. Is he the player of the game? I mean, it's not like he had a bad night. 23 points for Steph. He was 3 of 9 shooting from beyond the arc, a perfect 8 of 8 from the free throw line. 4 assists as well for Steph. He also had 1 block. And if you remember the play where he had that block, it was clutch. I can't remember if it was the third or fourth quarter. It was definitely in the second half. I'm seeing a lot of votes for Jimmy Butler. I see a JK vote. Ed, thank you. I mean, I really appreciate you indulging me there, but I'm not a player. Thank you, though. Yeah, Elmore67 say JK finally unlocked. Or look, all I could say is, if you love the Warriors, you must be feeling damn good right now, because if this is the version that we're going to see this year, and a version that I think is only going to get better, largely because DeAnthony Melton was missed. He would have been helpful tonight. They needed him. Seth Curry possibly missed. I think they needed him and missed him too. And we're going to talk about Al Horford as well. I thought his contributions were very noticeable. Whether or not he had himself a perfect night, an incredible night, remains to be seen. But anyways, player of the game. Let's see. So we're getting some JK votes. I'm seeing a lot more for Jimmy Butler, though. and rightfully so, man. JK, JK, and really quickly here, last Shadow Man in the chat writing that the Kuminga haters are going to be sick. It's utterly insane that he even has haters. Shame on the people out there who call themselves Warriors fans while simultaneously hating on a player who could be the future of this club. But yeah, if Kuminga's haters feel sick, good. Shame on them. I'm seeing a little more. Well, you know what I'm going to do in a moment like this? I'll just give two player of the game honors. We'll give two awards, both to Jimmy Butler and Jonathan Kuminga, because I feel like they both deserve it. They both contributed in a phenomenal manner tonight in their own special way. Let's just give it to them both. Jimmy Butler and Jonathan Kuminga on night one are co-players of the game in a fantastic victory. Did you folks, and I'm going to post the link right now. Why not? If you want to bring the audience on sooner than later, the hell with it. We're having a celebratory evening here. I'm going to post the link if folks want to jump on, because I really want to get the audience's feel and take on performances from players like Al Horford. Al Horford to me is one of those where I'm thinking like, was this a great night? He had moments that were fantastic, that were spectacular, that made me think, oh, damn, am I elated that Horford's a part of this team? And then there were moments where Luka Doncic was blocking his shots, and I'm going, why is that happening? That should not be happening. But Al Horford on the evening, from the box score perspective, Horford did not start, and more than likely he's not going to be starting this year because of the fact that he's on a minutes restriction. That's what 39-year-old players do. Their minutes have to be monitored. And for Al Horford, he's going to be limited to 20 to 25 minutes a night. And he got his 20 minutes and 15 seconds. More specifically, he was 1 of 4 shooting from beyond the arc, but that 1-3 was clutch. Was 2 of 7 from the field, did grab 5 boards. So 5 points, 5 rebounds on the night for Al Horford, no blocks. I will say this, and I love the chat's already blown up. I will say this about Al Horford. I'm glad he's on the team. Would much rather have him than not. But I just didn't like seeing Luka Doncic blocking his shots either, though. Did you folks feel like the Los Angeles Lakers are a bunch of whiny bitches? Did you get that sense, by the way? In the first, I think it was the second quarter when Marcus Smart decided to be a gimmicky little clown out there, constantly trying to draw fouls. There was one foul call. It was, I think, at the end of the first quarter where Marcus Smart was trying to convince his team, and he was successful in trying to convince his team that Jimmy Butler deserved an offensive foul on a 3-point attempt where Marcus Smart, who, speaking of eating cheeseburgers and cake and ice cream, whereas Luka may or may not actually be doing that, and I did say all that in jest to a certain degree, but with Marcus Smart, my God, dude, like, you're a professional athlete. Have you taken a look in the mirror? Like, do you not understand you could actually hire a personal trainer and shed a good 30 pounds off that tubby body of yours? And Marcus Smart, again, just like, I don't know if the Luka LeBron complaining attitude is contagious. I mean, those two are just notorious for bitching at refs constantly. But I felt like the whole Lakers team was just constantly chirping at these officials. And Marcus Smart was called for a foul on a Jimmy Butler 3-point attempt. He so obviously was in Jimmy Butler's landing space, yet he convinced his coach, JJ Redick, and the staff to challenge that foul call, thinking that Jimmy Butler kicked out and should have gotten an offensive foul. When the moment the replay was shown, it looked completely natural in terms of the shooting form. Marcus Smart absolutely was in Jimmy Butler's space, and Jimmy Butler got 3 free throws, and rightfully so. Man, are the Lakers an annoying team? Never mind the fact that emotionally, yeah, I feel damn good when the Warriors win. There's an extra level of spice here, good spice, the kind that you want on your food. Seeing that whiny, bitching Lakers team go down, man, their fan base is excruciatingly annoying, and they were just a reflection of the team itself. So it was awesome to see that tubby bitch, Marcus Smart, leave the floor tonight. Sad. Good. Bye-bye. And the Golden State Warriors are 1-0. I'm going to go in a chronological order here in terms of who logged in. And Desiree, who good timing because I haven't even mentioned Brandon Pajemski's name yet. What was your take on it? You've been defending pods a lot this preseason. I feel like this might be a polarizing topic or polarizing player because we haven't even touched on the negatives yet tonight. But Desi, good to see you. What was your thoughts on Brandon Pajemski's play and the game in general?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Honestly, it was an amazing game. And
it was.
You mean start on pods or just try?
Just whatever you want. Who cares?
Okay. So it was honestly the defense that made me really impressed. Our help defense, Jimmy, Dre, Horford were going crazy. I mean, Luka was cooking. Nobody could stop Luka, but he couldn't get his teammates involved. Our team defense was amazing. Like the first half, we made them have like 11 turnovers and stuff. So first, the defense was the best, just as I expected. People were saying Horford was going to be a bad defender. That's completely wrong take. Armando was saying this. He said, look at Horford's defense. Armando is completely wrong on that. I ain't gonna lie. So the defense was amazing. And Jimmy Butler was just – their defense is cooked. Lakers, they have no good point of attack defenders. Jimmy was just cooking them up. They kept fouling. They couldn't get him. He was just – isolation. Jimmy was cooking. I ain't gonna lie. And Steph's gravity was still getting our offense good looks. And Kuminga fit. I ain't gonna lie. Kuminga fit in the lineup with Dre because of his playmaking. Kuminga is really open to playmaking. He's not looking for the isolation, and the game came to him.
Something happened, Desi, in the conversations this offseason. And look, money goes a long ways toward making people happy. And JK getting $25 million richer this last offseason undoubtedly helped. But something has happened, whether it's the conversation from the veterans, maybe Steve Kerr's messaging resonated, whatever happened. And we're going to get JK on the show soon. And I'll ask him, man, in terms of like what went on, what happened that caused a switch where you're seeing him buy into the system and you're seeing him accept a role where it's all about just the team. And I don't know, maybe Steph said something to him to the likes of, look, man, we win a championship this year and Steve, we're going to ride off from the sunset and then you could be the Kobe. But for this year, just help us win that chip. It's going to get you a big payday. It's going to be a second ring on your legacy. And then you could be the top dog moving forward. Common sense dictates that's how the conversation went. Who the hell knows what really happened? But I'm with you, man. Kuminga looked damn good, and he's playing far more with the team ethos, focusing on bettering players around him as much as himself. But Desi, man, you've been arguing on this show about Pajemski, and I want to read the stat line real quick, and then I'm curious to know how you felt he played tonight. He played 32 minutes, 32 seconds. It just occurred to me, by the way, Jonathan Kuminga was second on the team tonight in minutes, 32 minutes, 54 seconds for JK. The only player that played more than him was Jimmy Butler, who played 34 minutes, 44 seconds. I digress. Brandon Pajemski, 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 shooting from deep. That one three-pointer was huge. It was from a pass by Kuminga, who set it up. Again, because Kuminga was just facilitating out there, dude. He's embraced that Andre Iguodala role. Pajemski did have 7 rebounds. I'm not going to ignore that. That is clutch. He's a strong dude. Added 2 assists. That's a stat in the same way that a lot of people I felt were ripping Kuminga for not grabbing enough boards. I feel like Pajemski has to improve that assist category. But look, besides that, added a steal, 7 points on the night, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. And the one stat that he routinely comes out looking great in net rating, plus 13, second on the team. What was your impression of Brandon Pajemski's performance tonight?
I think, Paul. People are saying Paul had a bad game. Honestly, I think Paul just played his role today. He gave us everything we needed. He wasn't having a lot of ball usage. That's what I want to say first. So he didn't take a lot of shots. He wasn't like taking some of our offense. So he wasn't affecting our offense. And second of all, he was going on the boards. He's like 6'3", 6'2", and he got 7 rebounds. He was on the board.
Who's 6'3", 6'2"?
How tall is Potts?
When he was drafted, he was listed as 6'5", and then I think with the official NBA measurements where they're doing it without the shoes, I see 6'4". So he's not Steph. He's not Steph's height. He's actually he's got the height of a shooting guard for the most part.
Okay, yeah, but still, at his height, he got 7 boards, so I have to respect that. And
Yeah,
he wasn't negatively affecting our team. And I mean, on defense, like Luka was getting him on some of the isolations on the fouls. Yeah, he was definitely getting him, but nobody could guard Luka today. He dropped 43 and 12. So, like you can't stop him. I mean, they were there, and the help defense effort was really on there. We saw Pods, JK, they were hustling. So I don't see a reason to be hating on our players. Everybody played their role. Buddy Hield was amazing with the threes. Everybody just played their role and we won the game. So I think we should be more happy that JK was able to fit and actually got into the offense and was able to play in the offense. And it looked beautiful. And actually it makes me think that there's a possibility he could be here after January. Like he could actually stay on the team after the trade deadline. So
absolutely. I've never bought into that rhetoric, the narrative that look, if Giannis is legitimately on the table, who the hell knows? But outside of that, I do not see Kuminga going anywhere, man. That would just be my guess. I don't think that was even part of the plan. I just think Joe Lacob loves his stars, and Giannis, LeBron, those are about as big as it gets in terms of star power, and he wanted to have the luxury of maybe making trades for him. I will say this as a Pajemski critique tonight, because you're right. Maybe he's going to get more criticism than normal. The one thing that I did not like seeing from Pods was his defense. Austin Reeves on more than one possession, and it wasn't just Reeves, but Reeves stuck out to me because him and Pajemski, I feel like for the Warriors, like if Pajemski is going to have a serious role on this team, he's going to have to measure up to a guy like Austin Reeves. Like if Austin Reeves is punking you, you've got work to do. And Brandon Pajemski had a hard time staying in front of him defensively. That's my one like legitimate critique of Pajemski's game tonight. Defensively, I did not think he did a good enough job staying in front of Austin Reeves, who had foul trouble and missed a lot of time tonight. Did you agree with that sentiment, or do you think Pajemski's defense is
no,
fine?
his defense, his on the ball defense was not good. He wasn't able to stay on either Luka or Austin Reeves, but our team defense was good. He was playing good team defense. I just want to
Hell yeah.
separate both of those.
Hell
On the
yeah.
ISOs, he was slow. He wasn't really able to. He wasn't mobile enough to get Austin Reeves and even Luka. He was on Luka a few times, but team defense, he was playing the passing lane. So yeah, okay, he wasn't good on the isolation, but I think he had an overall game, and I don't think comparing him to Austin Reeves is the best metric right now at his career. I feel that's more of like a JK thing, because Pods hasn't reached that level to be like compared to Austin Reeves, because Austin Reeves' offensive bag is just on a different level. Paul's is more of I guess connector. You guys don't like that word, but that's pretty much his role on our team. He's a connector. And GB2, he's the type of player like that too. He was getting some minutes. I don't know. How do you think about what do you think about the minutes?
Of
GB2.
GP2?
Yeah.
He was easily to me the worst player on the Warriors tonight. My notes has his name is all over my notes tonight, and is for all ugly things. Like there was a play in the first quarter where GP2 was the cause of a 4-point swing. He commits an offensive foul, and then the very next possession he fouled Luka Doncic for 2 free throws. Like it was weird that he closed the game tonight. Look, man, they won. I'm not going to gripe too much about GP2, but I didn't think it was great. I feel like if there were 2 blemishes in this game tonight, GP2 was the big one, Brandon Pajemski a small one. But again, Pajemski, I compare him to Austin Reeves mostly because they're both non-lottery draft picks who and Austin Reeves has exceeded expectations. And the hope is for Pajemski to do the same. That's the main reason. They both were like mid first round draft picks, maybe even on the lower side. And whereas Kuminga is like a lottery pick, and Kuminga was defending Luka Doncic tonight for good reason. But by the way, Desiree, can you guess who got the game ball tonight?
JK probably.
No. Let's take a look at what the Warriors posted. This surprised me too. And the game ball was given to a player that I had no clue if he was going to get a run tonight. He got a run, and the rookie stepped up, dude. Will Richard, a reigning national champion when he played with Florida, got the game ball. Let's see this quick clip, courtesy of the Warriors social media account who posted this just a moment ago. Will Richard, what a signing, dude. Mike Dunleavy Jr. has done a fantastic job with these second round draft picks. And Will Richard, on day 1 of his rookie season, making huge contributions. Desiree, any final thoughts? Because there's a lot of people waiting, and I don't want to waste people's time.
Yeah, I forgot about Woodward. He was amazing, and yeah, he's gonna be in the rotation. I'm telling you, he was
Yeah.
amazing defensively as our point
Hell
of attack
yeah.
defender, and it's amazing. So we'll see, but like we'll see against Denver. I don't respect Lakers defense at all. Their defense
Fair.
is horrendous. They have no point of attack
Fair.
defenders. Aiden is trash. He has no dumb IQ. He has dumb IQ, honestly. So I'm excited to see Denver. So we will see that historic offense. That offense in Denver is gonna be amazing. They're gonna have Jokic, and they got wing defenders, so it's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be our test.
Hell yeah.
This Lakers game, they're okay, but like Denver, that's gonna be our real test. So don't get too excited, guys. And it was a good win, but don't get too excited. Be ready for Denver. That's what I gotta say.
Desi, I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for joining us as always. Have a great night. And I agree with Desi that Thursday when the Warriors play their home opener against the Denver Nuggets, it's going to be Denver's, I believe, a season opener. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think that's correct. And that is going to be a real test. I wholeheartedly agree with Desireo's sentiments there in that the Lakers, I mean, again, my prediction for them this year was play in. And it's just one game. There's 81 to go, but so far so good with the prediction. Denver is a legitimate title contender, and that's going to be a very interesting game to watch. That will be Thursday night. And I'm going to bring Julian on next, but I first want to play some sound following tonight's game. It's the regular season, and that means there are – oh, wait, hold on a second. I got to pull this up here. And that means the media is going to be publishing a lot more multimedia elements. Anthony Slater is posting clips, and I have a lot to choose from already. So here is Anthony Slater. And again, turn up the volume on your device. You know what? I'm going to give Sam Gordon some love for this, actually. Hold on. I'm going to test this out real quick to see which sound is better. All right. Forgive me for the live all right, I think Sam Gordon's quality is actually a little better. Regardless, turn the volume up on your devices, and let's listen, courtesy of Golden State Warriors beat reporter Sam Gordon. This is Steve Kerr giving effusive praise to Jonathan Kuminga. Started the kid. We didn't know what was going to happen until today. Shams Charania was the first to leak the likelihood of Kuminga starting, and then Chris Haynes confirmed the report this afternoon. And here is Kuminga's head coach, Steve Kerr. They have a rather tumultuous relationship, but we've seen crazier things. I mean, I don't know if you folks appreciate movie references, but Willie Beeman and Al Pacino, those two, I see some parallels here. Maybe Steve Kerr's tenure extends if he actually brings out the best in Jonathan Kuminga. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. Who knows? Here is Steve Kerr.
He's really, really matured. He's had a great camp. We've had some really good conversations. I think he has a better understanding of what we need. You saw in the first half, he took a couple tough mid-range fadeaways that we don't want. He immediately held up his hand. He realized, that was not the shot. He had a couple turnovers where he drove into traffic, and second half starts, and the whole talk at halftime was, let's use Steph Curry, let's use his movement and put pressure on the defense, and because we didn't do that in the first half. And Jonathan, the first few plays of the third quarter, it was beautiful. They screened for Steph, slipped to the rim. Draymond got him a bucket. We ran our split cut stuff. They both went with Steph. He hit the wide open three. I think he just has a better sense of what's needed now compared to past years. And I think Jimmy has really helped him too. Jimmy has really talked to him a lot during camp. He's taken him aside after practices. And I think Jonathan is, you got to remember, he just turned 23, So I talk about this a lot, but he's basically, he played, 8 games in the G League bubble and came to us basically as like a freshman in college. That's how I looked at it. And so a lot of the players today just don't get the same experience, reps that they did years ago. And for him, it hasn't been easy to find minutes on our team. and I'm really proud of him for staying with it and really maturing. And it's a great start for him and for us.
And that was Steve Kerr, courtesy of Sam Gordon. And look, he's accurate. He's absolutely right. Excuse me. Kuminga's rookie year, age-wise, was no different than him being a freshman in college. It might have actually, math-wise, he turned 18 his rookie. If I remember correct, if I have that right. Anyway, I'm too confused to do math at the moment. But he was incredibly young. If I am correct, I think he turned 18 his rookie year, October of his rookie year. So he could have been like a senior in high school if that math is correct. Hold on, 19 second year, 20 third year, 21 fourth year. Oh no. Okay, so he turned 19 his rookie year with the Warriors. So yeah, that would be like a freshman year in college. Anyways, I'm going to get to Julian next after I give some love real fast to our sponsors. That first up is FanDuel, the official sports book of Golden Days and the Believe Network. And the line is already out for Thursday's home opener for your Golden State Warriors. Again, the Warriors are hosting the Denver Nuggets. And no surprise here, at least from my perspective, that the Nuggets are favored by 1. And look, if you feel good about the Warriors, bet on them. Put your money where your mouth is, folks. That's how I like to roll. I got to check my ticket actually tonight while I'm thinking of gambling. But yeah, so the Warriors are 1-point underdogs. The money line is minus 102 if you want to bet on the Warriors. The OU for that 232.5. I'm already pumped up for regular season game number 2. I also want to give NBC some credit. They did a hell of a job, man. It's been over 20 years since they've covered NBA basketball, and they killed it tonight in terms of their coverage. The Michael Jordan segment was phenomenal. The broadcast team is solid. With the first game, I thought Jamal Crawford was actually better than Reggie Miller. And again, this is completely subjective on my part, but kudos to NBC and kudos to FanDuel, our official sponsor, and kudos also to our second and final sponsor of the night, and that is DeleteMe. This is a service that is for all the folks that might have made some mistakes and they need to go back in time and clean up some of those digital footprints, which have left an ugly stain, which may worry you when it comes to potential employers and otherwise. Or maybe you just want some comfort of security. You want some privacy. You don't want people stealing your info and robbing you. That's what DeleteMe is all about. Data brokers, they make a profit off your data. Your data is a commodity. Anyone on the web can buy your private details. This can lead to identity theft, phishing attempts, and harassment. But now you can protect your privacy with DeleteMe. What do data breakers do? Your name, your contact information, social security number, home address, even information about your family members could all be compiled by data brokers and sold online. Protect yourself. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for DeleteMe. Now at a special discount for our listeners, get 20% off your DeleteMe plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/PRO, P-R-O, and use the promo code PRO at checkout. The only way to get that 20% discount is to go to joindeleteme.com/PRO and enter the code PRO at checkout. One more time, joindeleteme.com/PRO and use the promo code PRO at checkout. Julian, welcome to the program. It's been some months since I've heard from you. How have you been? And how'd you feel about tonight?
Is my mic on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, brother.
Hey, I've been good. Just enjoying the off season, working on myself. But now we're back in the regular season.
And real quick, before we continue on, Mario A. Martinez, the first paid chat of the 2025-26 NBA regular season. Thank you for that. Dropping $1.99 just to give some love to the rookie, Will Richard, who I accidentally call Will Ready at times. He sure as shit was ready tonight. And Will Richard, his box score real quick to indulge Mario and everyone else who's wondering, like, what kind of numbers did he actually put up? He played 13 minutes, 35 seconds and has yet to miss a shot in his entire NBA career. That is an objective statement. That's empirically true because he has 2 field goal attempts in his young NBA career, and he's made both of them. That includes a 3-point attempt, 5 points on the night, added an assist, added a rebound, added a steal, and the kid showed maturity. I loved his defense. He's a threat offensively. He spaces the floor. I love this kid. Julian, any thoughts, any feelings on Will Richard, or do you just want to dive into whatever you're thinking?
Oh no, I can follow your lead. Will Richard, I've liked what I've seen from him in the summer league, and it always baffles me when players like this kind of go under the radar because
Crazy.
I know he's been there for 4 years, but he has the NBA body, the NBA length. He can shoot, play defense, and the whole notion of if they stay 4 years, they're not that good. But clearly he can just go right into a lineup. He started a preseason game. He was in the game early today. You saw no mishaps from him. There was no stumbling, no turnovers, no silly fouls. It's just that he was on the court and did exactly what was needed. So I really like the pickup, Will Richard. Yeah.
Julian in the chat, Young West 79 is calling you out, saying, "Why all the Reggie Miller hate?" I missed your chat comments about that.
Yeah,
were you not happy with Reggie Miller tonight?
No, I've never liked Reggie Miller my entire life. I think he has the worst resume in the Hall of Fame. He's only 5-time All-Star, barely any All-NBA teams. They keep forcing him to be part of the top 75. This last top 75 was actually 76 or 77 people. It's we got to keep him in. He is no championships. So many people that are not in the Hall of Fame. For example, Joe Johnson is a better player than Reggie Miller. It's just that Reggie Miller played against Michael Jordan, so we have this mind's eye of Reggie Miller. The year that Michael Jordan was out, Reggie Miller didn't make the All-Star team, even though he played enough games to do so. And so five All-Star games, 18 years, and he played in the East. What the hell else were you doing with your life that you couldn't make? And he couldn't make a first all-team defense. So you weren't even the third best guard for the majority of your time in the East. He's just the worst resume in the Hall of Fame. Period.
Oh. Julian, you sound like the guy hurt you, man. Anyways, that was an awesome take. What was your thoughts about the game tonight, brother?
It really excited me for many reasons. One, Jimmy Butler plays like he's making $54 million, so he was assertive. I really enjoyed what I saw from Jonathan Kuminga. And you and I have talked, and I did see improvement, but what we saw from Kuminga was he's been doing this for the last 3 years, or definitely 2 years. I understand his personality. He needs some kind of assurance that you will play. Because whenever he's gotten 30 minutes, you know the stats. It's always close to 24 points per game. It's over 50% from the field, and he shoots 37, close to 40% from three. Most people look up the stats. When he gets his 30-plus minutes a game, he's one of the solid players in the league. It's crazy that Christian Braun on the Denver Nuggets just got $125 million, and all of you Kuminga haters don't understand why he was upset, because he's looking around at all these lesser players than him getting $130 million. So I really enjoy what I saw from him, because I can see that he's purposely holding himself back and playing the role of quote unquote Sean Marion that Steve Kerr wants him to do. And he played it well. So, I didn't like what Steve Kerr's the sound clip that you played, because he wanted to criticize him first instead of doing the compliments all in front. He's like, oh, well, the first half he took a few bad mid-range jumpers. I'm like, who the hell hasn't taken bad mid-range jumpers? Jimmy Butler takes bad mid-range jumpers, pods. Draymond Green has more turnovers, but give the guy some credit, because Kuminga at half, he led the team in rebounds and assists. That's what Steve Kerr should have said. He should have said, I love the way Kuminga played. He started off slow offensively in the first half, but he really moved the ball. He got his teammates involved, and he rebounded. That's what a coach should do. But he's always starting off with this critical aspect of Kuminga, like he's the only person that ever misses an assignment or misses a rebound or misses a pass. And I really, really don't like that about Steve Kerr.
That's fair, man. And you're right. You're absolutely right. I feel like your comment is, I don't have much pushback on it. Kerr did start by pointing out that Kuminga with those bad shots, it held the finger up basically to acknowledge that he made the wrong play. And Steve Kerr, look, I'm trying to be positive, and I'm not pushing back on you, Julian. All I'm trying to say is, so far so damn good, regardless of everything that's happened. And I think if you're a regular Golden Dazer, even if you're a casual an audience member of this program, you know how I feel. If you're brand new to this show, I basically spent 3 years of my media career defending Jonathan Kuminga and criticizing Steve Kerr for his usage, not just of Kuminga, of just the youngsters in general, Brandon Podziemski not included. With all that said, it's a new season. The Warriors are 1-0, and Kuminga looks happy. Kerr's happy. Steph's happy. I feel like everyone's happy right now. And isn't that what we're aiming for here? Yeah. The Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson astutely with the foresight, centuries ahead of his time, alluding in the Declaration of Independence that the pursuit of happiness is the ultimate goal here. We are happy. At least I am. I hope you're happy too. So I'm not saying you're wrong about anything. All I'm saying is tonight was a hell of a night. And for Jonathan Kuminga, again, he did play over 30 minutes, was second on the team in minutes tonight behind just Jimmy Butler. I did like how Steve Kerr alluded to Butler's mentorship of Kuminga, which is huge. And Draymond Green is also someone who likes to put Kuminga under his wing. Draymond Green is also so loyal to Steph and so loyal to Kerr that for him, it's a tougher position to be in, whereas Jimmy Butler is a relatively new face. So he can come in and just be like, what's going on here? Why is this kid not getting the run that he deserves? And Jimmy Butler is helping JK out and is helping the whole team as a result. So great things happen when Jonathan Kuminga plays. He played 32 minutes, 54 seconds tonight, 6 of 11 from the field, 4 of 6 from deep, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, also added a steal, and 2 turnovers in 32 minutes, 54 seconds is not a big number. The only player actually on the Warriors, well, there were 2 of them, that had an unhealthy amount of turnovers, if you will. Draymond Green had 4 of them. I remember 2 of those being just ugly. And then Gary Payton, GP2, had 3 turnovers in this game. I don't think GP2 had a good night, but look, they won, and that's all that matters. So any final thoughts, Julian, before I go to...
There's a just brief couple of things, just because this game was very exciting, very positive. And we have a lot to look forward to. And what I enjoyed is that Steve Kerr didn't play Pods down the stretch. I know you said GP2 didn't have a good game, but Pods was being a traffic cone or a turnstile on defense. And I think GP2 at the 2 solidified that. And that gave me some thoughts in going forward is, what can a closing lineup look like? Should Melton be in that two guard spot? A couple of people in the chat said, I think this is wonderful. If Steve Kerr has the balls to try it for 3 to 5 games, and then if it works, go with it. But Steph Curry, Moses Moody, Jimmy Butler, Kuminga, and Green, that gives us such a long and big lineup that having Draymond Green at the center no longer feels as a liability because we have a bunch of 6'5", 6'6", and over guys with long wingspans that can play defense. So that 2 guard spot I'm looking at, and we have Melton coming, Seth Curry shooting 45% from 3. So I think we have a depth problem the same way we had last year. Difference is that last year we didn't know who our number 2 scorer was. Sometimes it was Buddy Hield, but I think this year Jimmy Butler is definitely the number 2 scorer. And I think Kuminga's showing, especially in the first game, if he gives Steve Kerr the little all-around game, he can also be our 3rd scorer as well. So those are things I'm looking forward to, and I hope Steve Kerr does not force the issue. Here's the thing. I know in a chat I might get on Pods a lot. I think he's a solid player. He's just not a 30-minute a night shooting guard in the NBA, especially at year 3 on a championship team. He needs to play a role like Will Richard just did and come in. And he needs to stop talking about, he wants to take it all over these reins. He needs to be okay with 15 minutes backing up Steph Curry, because we have a lot of great players at the 2 guard position that should be played over him, and he should not be getting 30 minutes a night.
Julian, it's so great that the season's back because it means a lot of people that I haven't heard from in months are back, you included. Great to hear from you, brother. And thanks for jumping in, man. Hope to see you and hear from you again soon.
All right. Have a good night. Bye.
You too, Julian. Have a great night. Alan Day is up next. And Alan, I haven't mentioned this individual's name, I don't think once. And I feel awful for this because he had a hell of a night. And I'm referring to Buddy Hield, who played 22 minutes, 15 seconds. The dude was hitting daggers from deep tonight. And I feel like the second half, I'm going to look that up right now. I feel like the second half is where he really stuck out in terms of just quieting that crypto crowd, man. I mean, again, so Buddy Hield in the second half of this game played 13 minutes and a second, 12 points. All 12 points came from 3-pointers, 4 of 8 shooting from deep in the second half. That's 50%. That's a hell of a clip. And he finished the game 5 of 10 from deep. That's still 50%. 17 points for Buddy. Again, his Game 7 performance in the first round of the playoffs last year immortalized Buddy in terms of Warriors lore, in terms of just respecting the guy. He went up a level, in my book at least. And tonight was no exception, dude. Great game from Buddy Hield. And Alan, how are you doing, man? Your reaction?
I'm doing very well. Can you hear me? I was getting some static there for a moment.
Yeah, it is a little staticky, man. What's going on? Why is that?
I have no idea, man. I'm using my phone, but
do me a favor, leave and come back if you don't mind. That usually fixes the issue, and you'll be next up. All right?
Okay. So, can I use the link somehow? Or what?
I'll post the link again. Just look for it, and you will be next. The Twin Empire is going to come on right now, and then Alan, because that is staticky. That would not result in good content. Shardal, I see you. You will be last. All right? Stay patient. And we'll wrap up the show with you, I promise. Twin Empire, welcome to the program. How you doing? If you're there. Oh, going once, going twice. All right, I'm gonna put you back in the green room. Figure your shit out. We'll give you another try in a second. Alan is not back yet, so let's go to the real Eleasy. Are you there?
I'm here.
Hey there. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, man? Salute
good,
to
dude.
you.
I look. It is pathetic. It is utterly. It's embarrassing. I'm never proud to admit that a game like this just completely changes my mood and makes me happy. But Warriors basketball, dude. Who knows?
Right.
Who knew? I'm fantastic, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Blessed. I'm happy that the season is back.
Yes.
My takeaways from the game, it was a very sloppy game with a lot of stoppages and a lot of free throws. Not my kind of basketball. I would have liked the game to have much more of a flow to the game. You know what I'm saying? But I am so very pleased, enthused about JK's performance. Like this first game tonight with him taking on the challenge of guarding Luka after everything that he's been through the last couple of years with getting DNPs and going from looking like, you know what I'm saying, a promising young stud to looking like somebody who probably don't even, well, from other people's perspective, don't think he belongs. It was very pleasing to see. I'm happy for him because I thought that he was clearly our player of the game. I thought he was going to be the player of the game. I thought he was going to be the player of the game, like midway through the second quarter. I say JK is the reason why we're going to win this game, period. Like what he was doing offensively, defensively, and then that third quarter where he just dropped like 11 straight points, 3 for 3 from the field, 4 for 4 from the field, 3 for 3 from the 3-point line. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. He didn't hesitate when he caught the ball in the corner and shot those threes. He pulled them with confidence. He knocked them down, and he shot the highest percentage, from 3-point range tonight with 4 for 6. That was better than Steph Curry's 3 for 9 and better than, Buddy Hield's 5 for 10. But Buddy Hield and Jonathan Kuminga kind of.
it was better than everybody. He was the leading 3-point shooter tonight, not in volume, but Buddy actually made 5. But Buddy Hield's 50% shooting from deep, second to Jonathan Kuminga, 4 of 6. What does that translate to? 66%. Side note, the Warriors as a team, 17 of 40 from beyond the arc. That's 42.5% shooting as a team. That is a damn good number. Sorry to interrupt.
Facts. No, thank you for that. I still feel like Steve Kerr and Draymond Green and Brandon Podziemski are going to prevent us from possibly winning another championship. If we don't win it, I'm pointing to those 3 people. Because Steve Kerr's lineups tonight, because I was streaming a game on my channel, it was so crazy. He just started trying different lineups. Like, you are a professional head coach. You have 4 championship rings. You got about 100 championships total between all your 10 years in the league and stops. You should not be out here just trying stuff. Like, what are we doing? Like, dude, you try stuff when you in elementary, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't try stuff at the professional level.
So
Like,
in other words, are you saying that the mad scientist act from Steve Kerr just isn't flying with you?
it never has in his first game as a Warrior head coach. It's just like, dude, you have to this is what they tell you in sports. KYP, know your personnel.
Yeah.
Will Richard was damn near our best role player all night, and he's a rookie. He came in and played better than Pods. He was better all around than Buddy Hield outside of Buddy Hield's shot making. Buddy Hield was terrible as his playmaking. All Buddy Hield did was knock down the open shot, which I love him for that. But outside of that, his defense was terrible. Will Richard, did y'all see him play defense on Luka, on Austin Reeves, on Rui Hachimura? Like, so we got to stop. Like,
well, and Easy. Can I, if you don't mind me stopping you there for a second, because Richard Marquez in our chat, Golden Dazer, writes, how will DeAnthony Melton and Moses Moody? Moody's going to be back any day. He's day-to-day at this point, excuse me, in terms of his injury status. And the question is, how are they going to be integrated? Look, GP2, I think, is the very first guy who should lose minutes. I don't know if he will in terms of reintegration. I pray that Jonathan Kuminga is not one who's going to suffer. My guess is that it's going to be Will Richard will be one. And then Guy Santos made a brief a showing in this game. It had a little cameo there. The first quarter, I don't know if you folks remember this. It just hit me right now. The end of the first quarter, we had Will Richard, Guy Santos, and Brandon Pajemski out there together. And it wasn't
Quinn
great.
Post. Don't forget Quinn Post was out there too with him.
And Quinn Post, you're right. But my guess is it's going to be a Will Richard losing some minutes, and Brandon if logic will prevail, and with Steve Kerr, as you just mentioned, with the mad experimentation and whatnot, who knows? I would say Brandon Pajemski's 32 minutes. Can we trim that to 22 minutes? And then GP2 played 12 minutes. Can we just have him not play? Will Richard played 13 minutes. Love the Rook, but DeAnthony Melton is a baller. Moses Moody's a baller. It's a good problem to have, but I hope that Jonathan Kuminga is not the one who suffers as a result.
Right. I think after this game, they realized that I need Jonathan Kuminga on the floor even more, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's not to answer that question, and then I'm gonna get up out of here and let the other previous guys who had problems come back up. But I just wanted to say that the minutes, it shouldn't be an issue. If you understand on how to coach and understand your personnel, it's easy. All you do is limit Buddy Hield, Brandon Pajemski, and GP2's minutes. And then that integrates Seth Curry, Moses Moody, and DeAnthony Melton, because DeAnthony Melton can stretch the floor too. He's a 3-and-D guy. He can make threes too. Yeah. Like, people need to understand that. Moses Moody is a 3-and-D guy. So those 3 players that I named, they are our weaker defenders outside of GP2. But GP2 didn't have a great game defensively tonight either. He was terrible tonight, to be honest with you. And he knows he was, but salute to GP2. But it's easy. You can stagger those minutes easy. You just lessen some of those other guys' minutes. Brandon Pajemski should not be playing 32 minutes. He's not even better than Will Richard. Will Richard is a better shot creator, a better playmaker, and a better defender. So, and he can shoot spot up threes. So you're not really losing anything if you play the rookie extended minutes. You're really gaining because of his ability to guard 1 through 3, 1 through 4 with his athleticism and his basketball IQ. So, and his experience from playing in college for like 3 or 4 years. So I think it's a good problem to have, like you said, though, but I think we'll be fine. It's just Steve Kerr needs to make the right decisions as a head basketball coach, though. But I appreciate you and salute to you, man. And let's go Warriors, though.
Have a good night. That's the real Eleazy, and he's got his own YouTube channel. Subscribe to it, please. He's a friend of the program. Troy Boy Aquatics in the chat saying there's too much hating on this podcast. Is there? I mean, I thought we're in a celebratory mood. I hope you don't think I'm the one hating here. I'm trying to keep things positive. I can't control how the audience feels. And Troy, if you want to come on the show, please do, man. Bring positivity. Correct some of these folks if you disagree. Armando Laura, the professor. Is that from him? It is. Whose Spreewell was right column is now a YouTube channel. So go subscribe to that, please. Him and his cousins are providing coverage during the game. If you want an alternative audio feed as you're watching the action, excuse me, is writing $5 donation. Thank you very much, Professor. Saying the death lineup in the fourth quarter with GP2 at shooting guard and Brandon Pajemski benched. That's the first time it's happened in years. And I'm going to guess that you're happy that happened. It was a little surprising that Steve Kerr did finish the game, and the Lakers were just close enough. They were within striking distance to prevent a comfortable feeling, if you will, for the Golden State Warriors to close it out. Like, there were no garbage time minutes in tonight's game. But yeah, Steve Kerr at the very end rolled with GP2 over Pajemski. Was a little surprising. But as we all know, Steve Kerr trusts GP2 tremendously. And it's going to be interesting when Moses, not just Moses Moody, but DeAnthony Melton. I just hope that when Melton is healthy, those are Brandon Pajemski's minutes that he's getting. And I'll say this: if your final five, if your death lineup, speaking of death lineups, is Steph, Melton, Kuminga, Butler, Dre. That's 5. It's not for 5 players. It's 5 rings, baby. I believe that wholeheartedly. Melton, come back. I think you're going to notice DeAnthony Melton's absence in against tougher competition. We're going to give Twin, I see you now. You're going to be right after Alan Day. Welcome back. But Alan, is your static issue resolved? Alan. All right, I'll come back to you. Twin, you're up. How you doing, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. How are you? Look at you with the microphone. You're all prepared and shit. Is that a real beard?
It is real. It's not a clip.
That's impressive. That is impressive. The floor is yours. How you doing?
Hey, man. First and foremost, hello to everybody in the chat, man. Thank you for once again having me on the show. Man, it's opening day, man. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. You already know. Bang, bang. Look, I'm feeling good.
It's like a Niner thing, though, isn't it, man? You're integrating the Niners and the Warriors. I like it.
Man, we got to keep those guys synchronized, you know what I mean? Especially with the, winning on this past Sunday night and then coming in having this day. Hey, I'm feeling good, man. I can't complain right now.
I'm with you. What's your take on tonight, dude? What are your thoughts on the Warriors? 1-0.
1-0, man. It was, besides the referee, like when the fouls, when they go crazy, man, I still hate that as a NBA just fan of the game. It's the inconsistency in which the refs call these games. It gets on my nerve. You know what I mean? But besides that, it was just good to see NBA basketball once again. I was just glad to sit back and be like, NBC, you know what I'm saying? Like, it reminded me of the old school Peter Vesey, like back in the day, Amar Rashad, like for those who don't know about these things, but like it kind of gave me back to that, took me way back. And I was like, wow, it's been a long time since I was able to ingratiate myself in my younger stages of life, watching the game of basketball. So it was just a wonderful experience, but the game itself was awesome to watch.
It was borderline, sorry to interrupt you real fast, but it was a borderline perfect opening day, because that first game, I mean, the only downside to that double OT clash was cutting into the Warriors game. That was the only negative I felt of that. Phenomenal start to the season with that game. Michael Jordan being interviewed. I mean, he's actually like, and he's talking about paying it forward. That was his message for why he's doing these segments again. It was crazy. I don't know if you saw that interview. Jordan sharing his story about how he hasn't touched the basketball in years. And the last time he did was renting a house for a Ryder Cup event, and the people who rented the house to him, they wanted a picture, and that's fine, whatever. But then, like, one of the kids asked him to shoot a free throw. They had a basketball court on the premise, and Jordan said he felt like nervous, like he was like he didn't know if he was going to make it. He was worried about the embarrassment of not living up to this image that these kids have in their heads. based off what parents are telling him about how good he was 30 years ago. Like, it was a pressure-filled moment, and he drained the free throw, of course. But the point is, dude, this is phenomenal. And then tomorrow, Twin, and then I'll shut up, the NBA on TNT crew, now they're the NBA on ESPN crew, Chuck, Kenny, Ernie, Shaq, I guess they're making their debut tomorrow. I have no idea if we're going to get like an actual good, like, limitless program where they're not restricted by time and commercials. But I am pumped, dude. This has been missing in our lives, and I'm done.
I mean, no. I mean, that's all of those things are wonderful points, because when you have been watching the game of basketball as long as we've been watching, you've seen the ebbs and the flows or the transition of the game itself. But to be able to tie in, like you just mentioned, this is a Michael Jeffrey Jordan we're talking about, having the opportunity to hear him talk besides The Last Dance. Like, we all long to hear what is MJ thoughts on some of the things that's going on. So to sit back and get to hear his voice, then you get to see him on NBC. Not only do you get the nostalgia of like, oh, I remember seeing him playing on these networks, but now I get to see him visualize like his just his thoughts on the game and how it has changed today. And so it's all this beautiful gumbo of things that you can sit back and really experience alongside with the Chuck and the Kennys and the Shaq and the Ernie Johnsons and things of that nature, man. So, I mean, if you're an NBA fan, and I think that's one thing I appreciate about you and the other guy, Armando, like, I love like the Warriors, but I'm a fan of the game. Like, I miss the 4 and the 5s because of what the game allowed me to see as far as the positions that were held from back in the day. Like, all these guys had certain attributes which contribute to me loving this game and learning the game this way. And so, like, I'm going to mention Jimmy Butler. Like, he's not a 4 or a 5, but the way that he plays the game in today's NBA, he's like a power forward, you know what I'm saying? Because everything is below the free throw line, everything is the post up, everything is pivoting and using his pump fakes and ball movement, so on and so forth. And so, like, I really am appreciating this opportunity to see the Warriors start this year off with a Jimmy Butler. You also got to see JK start, and I mentioned this on my Twitter. For y'all who
what's your Twitter, by the way? Tell people how they can follow you.
Follow me, first and foremost, you can follow me on YouTube, Twin Empire _ follow me on YouTube, and it's the same thing also for Twitter as well. So hit your boy up in TikTok. So hurry up, I'm almost 100 subscribers away from 1,000 on YouTube. Nice. So go ahead, hit that like button, man. I'm your favorite bitter brother from another mother, man. So go ahead, hop on the bandwagon, you know what I mean? But anyway, man, to see JK get a start, I was telling people the confidence that you build, you feel a sense of responsibility. It's like back in the day when, y'all kids might not do this now, but when my mom used to leave us in the house by ourselves, at 6, 7, 8 years old, don't call CPS on her, but like, it was trying to, encourage you to be independent and show you some responsibility. And I think JK was like, wow, I get a chance to go out here and perform. I know I have a role. I know I'm going to have time on task to go out here and allow the game to, come to me. And it was just so cool to see him ingratiate himself, play defense. And I know Luka was cooking, but that allowed everybody else to sit back and suppress the other individuals that was on that team, man. And so I love seeing JK. I love seeing Steph. The free throws, we got to talk about that, man. The free throw attempts for this team would be like essential for what they would do this year. Like, you will see their win and loss record would definitely be determined by how many free throws they get in a game. I think it was like 20 something today, 29, 28 or something of that nature. That was a far cry years and years ago. So to see them be able to go to the free throw line, hit almost 89% of their free throws, that is such a wonderful thing that this team brings, man. And so, man, it was just so good to see JK in this third quarter go out there, knock down threes, play good defense, get blocks, get rebounds, run the floor, find Steph Curry for some assists, for some assists. I mean, everything was just it was a really great opening night. You had a double overtime game, KD. Even with that, man, like, people don't understand. KD was drafted by the Supersonics, who, for those who are a little bit too young, he didn't start with OKC. But to see him play against that team, go into overtime as they reward themselves with a banner, it was just so much that we can sit back here and be excited for like the opening day of National Basketball Association, man. So everybody should just be happy as basketball fans
Hell
that
yeah.
the game is back. You know, remember back in the day, the hashtag I love this game.
Yeah, way back when. Yeah. And that first game, the double OT, before you go, I mean, I hope this is a topic of conversation. KD pulled to Chris Webber. KD at the end of, I think it was the first overtime, and it was him and Jabari. I think they were both signaling timeout when they were out of timeouts, and the refs missed it. They just missed it, dude. Like, so I'm glad the Thunder won because they should have won off that colossal screw up. That's a blatant mental error on KD's part. The Rockets, with that said, look damn good though, man. I half the time I'm watching that game, like, we know what the Warriors are going to do with the Thunder. What are the Warriors going to do when they play the Rockets with an average height of 6'10", 6'11"? I'm fascinated. If Steve Kerr thinks small ball is going to compete with that, dude, like.
And this is for those. I said this to somebody on Twitter too. Yes, they're going to have moments this year, but they're going to use this in the playoff, the physicality. This is where those things begin to wear down teams. When you got to look at that lineup and play against them for at least 7 games or at least 6 or 7 games, that's when fouls, easy shots, putbacks, rebounds, injuries, all these things, when like those are the things that's going to trouble you. But I'm not gonna go like harp on that too much, but it is something to be conscious of. But man, other than that, man, it was just good to see Steph hit that one deep three after JK grabbed that rebound. They moved the ball around. Steph got that ball, shot it. Man, it was just a beautiful opportunity just to sit back and witness basketball today. And like again, it was a lot of crickets out there because of what JK was doing, and I love this too as well. When you saw, I believe my guy DeMarcus Cousins, I don't know if you saw that interview between DeMarcus, Lou Williams, and what's my guy got all the money from the Houston Rockets and the Memphis Grizzlies, Chandler Parsons.
Pretty boy, what's his name?
Chandler Parsons.
Yes.
And like you can hear other guys talk about JK and like, man, I just don't see why he doesn't play. Like,
well, Blake Griffin, I saw him say that today. Like Blake Griffin had an attribution where he was like, I look at Kuminga and I see a guy you give more minutes to, not less. Look, man, the Twin, this sentiment, and I've been saying this on the show endlessly. Anybody who either played the game, does play currently in the NBA or D1, or formerly played, it's like a unanimous opinion. Like Kuminga, the talent is clearly there. It makes no sense that his minutes have been jerked around. This is clearly like a part of it, I think, was Steve Kerr's ego and not appreciating the gripe going public. I think that did play a part in what's been going down the last year or two between those two. But look, it's in the past. And you brought up the free throw numbers as well.
Yes.
Jimmy Butler, I mentioned this already, 16 for 16 from the free throw line. The Warriors as a team were 26 of 29 from the free throw line. When was the last time you remember the Warriors having more free throw attempts than the LA Lakers? The Warriors had 29, the Lakers had 28, and the Lakers were 17 of 28 from the free throw line. So they missed 11 free throws. The Warriors were 26 of 29 from the charity stripe. Those 3 missed free throws, courtesy of Kuminga, who missed 1, and Draymond Green, who missed 2. And that's it. Steph was a perfect 8 of 8. Jimmy Butler, a perfect 16 of 16. Remarkable.
And listen here, you cannot emphasize that with an older team, because what it does, it allows you to set your defense. It allows your guys to understand defensive assignments in these easy buckets, and you get to slow down these other teams. And so I'm so glad that the refs are finally kind of on the Warriors side, because they're so efficient. And I believe the NBA had to do something about that, because their 3-point shooting, their field goal percentage was so high just without the fouls. It's like, man, this team would be pretty much unbeatable if they were able to go to the free throw line on average like everybody else. So we got to do something to kind of allow everybody else to get a chance to win. And so it's good to see these guys go out there and get free throw attempts. And I love, again, they say JK can play with Jimmy. They say JK can play with certain people. It's like, no, he needs times on task, just like he played over 30 minutes today. And I can't wait for you guys mentioned earlier. This is going to be the hardest thing about this team this year is trying to shorten this bench and make sure everybody gets the opportunity to play and find their roles and be confident in their role. But shout out to the young rookie who won his first game ball. Salute to you, man. You would never forget this opportunity. Like, you would never forget this day, man.
Incredible.
Yeah, salute to you, man. So yeah, I'm just so excited, man, for NBA is back. The Warriors, I'm telling you, keep doing this show, keep rocking. I believe we got some special cooking up this year. And I'm telling y'all, the stars are aligning, man, for this team to go on this run that could be one of the ones we sit back and look on like, wow, we witnessed greatness. And we was all able to say they stayed patient. They didn't allow the outside noise to judge, like to move them to do something erratic. And they allowed familiarity to bring what to the Bay again.
Beautiful. Twin, you were fantastic, brother. Have a great night. People can follow you again on Twitter at Twin Empire. And really stoked you found the show and we connected, man. And I'm sure I'll see you soon. Have a great night, brother.
Yes,
Thank you,
man. Same to you guys. Hey, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all have a wonderful day on tomorrow, man. Be a blessing to somebody too as well.
Yeah.
Deuces, man. Have a good one.
You too, brother. That was Twin Empire. Alan, I'm going to guess third time's the charm. We're going to bring Alan Day on.
Not
I can
sure
hear
what
something.
happened, man. Yeah, I'm here.
You're here? Hey, better late than
Yes,
never, man. I just feel
Kristen,
bad that you said
it's
you've been trying so long to get on, but you're on, man. The floor is yours. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. Good game, good night of basketball. I feel like a kid again.
Hell yeah.
NBA back on NBC,
Hell
which
yeah.
is incredible. And obviously, good to see MJ and just hear from him. You know, he's been away from the game for quite a bit, and it's only right that he's back on NBC where it all started. So that was awesome to see. And in terms of the game, I'm gonna temper my excitements a little bit for them. We still have Steve Kerr, and this dude. I'm gonna tame myself. I want to be excited, but I did see some things in that game where, if the Warriors were playing an actual solid team, because I don't think the Lakers in this condition is very good at all.
Fair. That's fair.
And so while watching this game, it was some moments where I was like, I'm not sure what he's doing. I mean, I saw that 3-guard lineup a few times. I don't like it all.
Not too much though. Which is a
Yeah.
relief. I think Armando Laura brought that up in the chat too. Yeah.
I thought, and here's my issue, and I hate to jump on pods, but man, this guy, they put him in every action. I mean, whenever Luka saw Pods on the floor, he's like, all right, he's looking for the high pick and roll immediately to try to screen Kuminga off of him immediately. So you may say,
Alan, that's in my notes too. And it's such a janky, simple offense the Lakers run. Predictable. The only reason why it works is because of how good Luka Doncic is. But you're right. All Luka does is just hunt for a pick and roll matchup that he likes. That's all he does.
Sure.
It's so like one dimensional. Sorry to interrupt you, man, but I noticed that too.
But at the same time, Sai, it makes so much sense because if you have so many mismatches on the floor and you're a dynamic offensive player, why not hunt for him? I mean,
Fair.
like Luka, he knows that. Listen, and it kind of worked in Kuminga's favor. Kuminga gave him hell throughout that game. You may say, okay, he gave him 40, but Kuminga was on him like glue, like he was stuck. And so it kind of tired him down late where he was kind of deferring the offense late in that game. But they did make a run. I think Kerr, he took JK out maybe the end of the third going into the fourth. And he tried that 3-guard lineup and they made a light run. And Luka, I mean, he went in his bag. He kind of got in a rhythm, and it was centered in that small guard lineup. and he knew he could beat he can beat Al going downhill. You know, he can just play around with Draymond as well. So I mean, but I'm happy to see JK get off, you know, a little bit and do his thing. GP2, I'm not as down on him like your side. I thought he was up and down a little bit. I thought defensively he's dead. I mean, I'm not really sure if we'll ever see that GP2 of 2022 again. I mean,
No, I think
it's
that's
a
gone.
wrap.
Yeah,
It's a wrap.
that's over.
It's a wrap. But you know, he made some plays in the dunker spot, which I'm okay with. I would like to see GPT only in like special situations.
Me too.
Like because when he first started to come on the scene, that's kind of how Steve Kerr used him, kind of like as a lefty out of the bullpen, you know, like come in, you know, get this stop, and then we'll just go on and do whatever we need to do. But I think the overusage of GP2 kind of hindered this team a bit.
Yeah.
I thought Buddy Hield, I mean, he started off last year hot. This year, you know, he made mega shots. Like whenever the Lakers made a run, Buddy was hitting big shots, big shots. So for me, yeah, I mean, it's clean to consider Jimmy Buckets or JK player of the game, but I would like to give Buddy kind of like a shake because I think Buddy did very well in terms of the shot making department. And, you know, I appreciated his game off the bench as the sixth man or seventh man, wherever he was at. He played very well. Quite a few guys played very well. But as I said, I want to see Moody. Someone mentioned that Moody in that starting lineup with Jonathan Kuminga or Moody at the two. I think I would like to see that
Me
because
too. Yeah.
when teams try to hunt, you know, guys on this team, I would rather them hunt Steph Curry. Like back in the days, you know, Harden used to always try to hunt Steph, and that means we don't have that many holes on defense. If you're going after
Correct.
Steph, that
Correct.
means that, you know, we're in solid position defensively. But Paz is such a hole defensively.
Tonight is particularly, and when I saw Gabe Vincent was the fifth starter for the Lakers tonight in place of LeBron, like that was such a good sign to me because that's who Steph was guarding, and that's an easy defensive matchup for him. Easy, like Stephen Curry can handle Gabe Vincent. That's not too difficult. There's a lot of sound that's come down, Alan. Do you mind if we hear from a few players following this game?
Let's do it.
So Jimmy Butler, and this is news to me. I don't know if this has been publicized. Apparently he has a bet with Draymond Green regarding who's going to have a higher free throw percentage this year, himself or Stephen Curry. And let's hear Jimmy Butler talk about that. This is Jimmy following the game, our co-player of the game, along with Jonathan Kuminga. And apparently he's got a bet for who's going to have the highest free throw percentage. Again, Jimmy Butler, 16 of 16 tonight from the charity stripe. Stephen Curry, 8 of 8. So they're both at 100% so far. Here is Jimmy Butler.
What do you want to shoot percentage-wise? What do I want to shoot? I got a bet with I don't think it's a bad bet, but it's kind of a bad bet. With Dre, that I got to shoot a better percentage than number 30 on our team. Yeah, right? Ooh. Yeah. So
Okay, that's a meme. Hold on, dude.
what do I want to shoot?
Do that again.
Yeah. Number 30 on our team. Yeah, right? Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, right? Ooh. Yeah.
Dude, I like Jimmy Butler, man. I'm really happy he's on the Warriors, dude. Alan, do you have any thoughts on that? Any final thoughts in general?
That's a horrible bet by Jimmy. I mean, he gets more. I mean, he's more of a higher volume free throw shooter, so he has more chances to miss. It's a bad bet. It's a horrible bet.
That was funny, man.
Horrible bet.
But Jimmy Butler is an awesome free throw shooter, but you're absolutely right. Stephen Curry's literally number one all time. If I think I have that right. He's not going to win that bet, but It's a
But
fun
here's the
bet.
thing about Steph. Steph is the all-time great free throw shooter, #1 all time. But
Correct.
imagine if Steph got the same amount of free throw shots as Jimmy. I don't think he would be as high because the volume. I mean, that means he's getting knocked around quite a bit. Conditioning, of course, will take a toll from getting beat up down there. So he'll probably miss a few here and there.
We'll see.
Um, but yeah, I mean, Steph's
We'll
not.
see. Alan, have a great night, brother. Thank you for being patient with whatever the technical issues were, man. And hope to see you soon.
Cheers. Yeah, thank you so much. As always.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. And that's aim assist. There's a few more sound bites I want to get to, and then I'm sorry, Alan. Thank you, Alan. Sorry, I saw aim assist name in our green room. Aim assist, Chardal. You will be our final two audience members of the night to join the program. But I want to play a few more sound bites here because a bunch have come down. So you heard about that, and then Stephen Curry was asked about that bet between Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green. And side note, somebody in the chat was curious why we haven't mentioned Buddy Hield's name. We mentioned him. It was late. It took us about 30 minutes before Buddy's name even came up. That's just how good of a night the Warriors had. That's just how exciting the game this was. Buddy Hield had a fantastic game himself. But Stephen Curry, we always love hearing from him. And here is Steph's reaction to that bet. There's going to be two sound bites we're going to play from Steph. This first one, courtesy of 95.7 The Game, the flagship radio station of the Golden State Warriors. And side note, pretty much every audio soundbite from 95.7 The Game, the irony is rich. They are a radio station who, when it comes to Warrior soundbites, just upload cell phone quality clips. So turn your devices up because usually the level is very low. Here is Stephen Curry when asked about the bet between Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green. And one more time, Jimmy Butler tonight, 16 of 16 from the free throw line. Stephen Curry, 8 of 8 from the free throw line. So the two players, one game into the season, are tied in this bet, each shooting 100%. Here is Stephen Curry.
Have a better free throw percentage than you this year? That's the first time I'm hearing it. You think it's plausible? No chance. But I like a little game within the game, so game on. How big is it? 60 and 60.
All right, so that was Stephen Curry, and then let's hear from Steph again, because a lot of the Q&A tonight in the post-game press conference was related to the Warriors player's teammate, Jonathan Kuminga, and Stephen Curry, who, contrary to what a lot of people have opined on social media regarding Steph and Kuminga, Steph loves JK. He wants him on the team. He wants to pass the torch to him. It's just Steph also loves his head coach, Steve Kerr, and Steve Kerr will prioritize Steph no matter what. That's just the reality of the situation, for better or worse. And sometimes it causes friction. But to hear and to learn publicly that Stephen Curry loves Kuminga recently is huge. And they have a great relationship. And let's hear, this is courtesy of Sam Gordon of the San Francisco Chronicle, who uploaded this clip after the game tonight. Here is Steph talking about his teammate, Jonathan Kuminga, and his pretty awesome performance tonight.
Great energy, impactful plays. I know Luka got his numbers, but he took the challenge, trying to, make him work for everything. And it's great to have a point of attack defender like that can, again, take the challenge. He's going to continue to get better at that. But those 50-50 balls, decisive plays, especially in the second half when we started to get the ball moving. If he didn't have it, then he got off of it. The ball came back to him in the corner. He hit some big threes, got to the lane. And like you said, the offensive rebound was huge. So just trying to be in the right place at the right time and continue to make impactful plays. Like, we all try to do that because that's what helps you win. And the more he can do that, the more he helps himself and helps us. Great energy, impact.
And so that was Stephen Curry talking about Kuminga's impact in tonight's game and his overall awesome performance. Aim assist with that silky, smooth, Barry White, Isaac Hayes voice. Aim, how you doing?
What's good, Si?
Warriors are good. And you?
Man, I'm good, bro. I just want to open up GP2. He should not be playing at all. And I'm so serious. He shouldn't be playing. When Melton and them come back, do not play him.
I'm with you on that.
The reason why I say that, when he checked in, we instantly got worse. He instantly caused a turnover. And the thing is, defensively, bro, he's not even a top 3 defender on our team anymore. Honestly.
Correct.
I got Draymond over him, I got Jimmy over him, and I got JK over him after what I seen just now. They had JK on Luka instead of GP2. We already know why. JK was giving Luka trouble. I was actually fairly surprised at how good of a job he did. But man, GP2, bro, he's just loony from last year. I don't think he should get that many minutes. I think once Moody come back, bro, like, he shouldn't play. Like, I don't see the point. I really don't see the point.
I'm with you. I agree. Tonight was look, the Warriors are relatively shorthanded. They're such a deep team that it's hard to notice. But like, when I look at the box score, the only 2 players who did not get minutes tonight on the Warriors roster who were active and available, Trace Jackson-Davis and Pat Spencer. That's it. So, you know, it was one of those things where tonight maybe he's needed. You're right, though. When Moses Moody's back, and especially when DeAnthony Melton's back, I do not see where there's room for GP2. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Nah, for sure. And then on top of that, Horford, I like him, but at the same time, it's like, against good teams, is that really sustainable? Because I'm seeing plays where, like, Horford, he can't even jump. Like,
yeah,
he can't even jump. He can't even lift his feet off the ground, bro. Like,
you know what? But you know what's interesting about Al Horford? Sorry to interrupt real fast, Aim. But one thing, and I can't remember if someone brought it up tonight or not, but I was thinking about this. Al Horford was on that Atlanta Hawks team in the mid 2010s that won 60 games, and they had a disappointing postseason as expected. This was a team that I think Kyle Korver, was it Jeff Teague was the point guard, and Al Horford played a huge role on that team. But I bring that up because the offense of that Hawks team is similar in a lot of ways to this Warriors team. The offense of that Hawks team was run by a Budenholzer, a disciple of Greg Popovich, and Pop and Steve Kerr run a similar offensive set with that motion offense. And I think that's a big reason why Al Horford was recruited to the Warriors and why Horford himself thinks it's such a seamless fit, because offensively, he's just playing the same system that he was in for a team that won 60 plus games. I'm with you as well in terms of, like, there were moments where you see and feel his age out there. I did not think Luka Doncic, again, blocking his shot, that just is not a good look, man. I don't know how else to say that. Like Luka should not be blocking you if you are an NBA center. With that said, they're going to need Al Horford Thursday. When the Warriors play the Nuggets and when the Warriors play a team like the Houston Rockets, Al Horford is going to be desperately needed. But you're right, dude. Like he doesn't jump. He just it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying for sure, but I don't know. I just don't think it's sustainable long term, because the main reason why he could start with the Celtics is because, I mean, they had shooters. They got hella shooters. He doesn't have that much offensive responsibility on the Celtics necessarily, so he gets to, like, just chill. But I feel like with the Warriors, he has to move more and everything. So I don't know how I feel about that. But I think Pods today he was decent. I mean, the defense could use work, but I mean, he was better than GP2, so that's, I mean, you know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, what do you think about the game, Si?
I think you speak truth. I'm sitting here nodding because I agree with everything you're saying. It's you're nailing it. That's that's all I have to say. Bravo.
Yeah, no, but yeah, but I'm excited. But it was a good win, but I wouldn't get too excited off of that, because honestly, they weren't that good of a team. And Austin Reeves was kind of off, and everybody had chemistry issues, so I wouldn't get too excited.
Yeah, Thursday to me is a really good test. If the Warriors can beat the Nuggets Thursday night, people should start getting damn excited. But if the Warriors lose that game, I'm not saying, just it's over, like far from it, but it's going to be a potential reality check for this team. I'm stoked they're playing Denver at home instead of on the road this early in the season. It's going to be interesting. How do you feel about Thursday?
I don't know. I think we need to exploit Jokic defense as always, but that's kind of tough because his offense makes up for that at the same time. But I don't know. I feel like if it's close, that's good. But I feel like if we get blown out the water, that says a lot.
And I will say this, just to add on to piggyback off what you just said there. The Warriors beating the Nuggets in that final matchup last season was very important to me. Just in terms of a psychological impediment that the Warriors did have. I think they lost like 9 straight games to the Nuggets before they finally won that important game late last season. And to get over that hurdle, and you have Jimmy Butler now, Kuminga's maturing and Kurt's trusting him more and more. They've got, I feel better about the Warriors against the Nuggets now than I have in a long ass time, dude. So we'll see. That's going to be a good test.
Oh yeah, I forgot about JK, bro. I forgot about JK, bro. Yeah, I don't want people to jump on the JK bandwagon now. No. If you was hating on them, just keep hating on them. Don't jump on the bandwagon.
We got receipts.
Right. No cap. Bro, because they all hate on JK. Then as soon as Kerr actually gives them the good opportunity, runs plays for him like he should. Oh, now it's JK. Nah, you can stay on that side. But yeah, JK was great, bro. He should keep. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Before the game, I turned on the game late and I saw JK start, and I was shocked.
Me too. Yeah, I was surprised here.
Yeah,
me too. When I saw that report today, my immediate thought was, wait a second, Steve Kerr's making sense.
Like, what
is the Antichrist thing real? Al Horford, the box score shows 0 block shots. Yet Anthony in our chat is writing, did you not see Al get up for that block tonight? Am I missing something? The box score doesn't show any blocks. Was there a block?
I ain't see it.
I don't remember it either.
Maybe he might have blocked. I don't know. Maybe a count attempts. I don't know. Maybe an attempt.
Maybe blocked
maybe
on Twitter.
An attempted block. I don't know what he talking about. There was no blocks.
Oh, and 49ers Minded is saying it was a block. So he deflected a pass. Okay.
A deflection?
Right.
Oh, I mean, I guess.
All right. Okay.
That's
Armando Moore adding. It was the dumb Marcus Smart pass. Dude, I hadn't seen Marcus Smart has been in purgatory for years. Like last year, he was on the Wizards. He was injured a bunch when he played for the Grizzlies. Dude, so tonight was the first time I've seen this man in a long time. And he annoyed the ever-living shit out of me. It's not just the fact that he was just a pudgy, tubby, a fat boy out there. That alone just peeves me because I'm looking at a professional athlete, a role model, and you're treating this body that you've been blessed with like it's just a garbage disposal. What the hell are you doing? But his bitching and whining, has he always been that bad? Is that a Luka influence? Did you notice that too, or is that just me?
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, it was Luka getting too many fouls, bro. Luka flopping, all the other shit, bro. Like, yeah. But one last thing before I go. But I like the team. I don't think Curry went too crazy. He didn't have to, but I'm excited for tomorrow because it's a lot of games. I get to watch, JP, Zion. I'm betting on LaMelo tomorrow. I know he gonna come in clutch for me.
Oh,
yes, sir. LaMelo ball.
Yes.
So, I'm excited. But, yeah, that's all I got. Have a good night, Si.
Me too. Aim, you too, brother, with the mic drop. He's so amazing at that. All right. Before I bring Chardol on to close the show out, I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything. Let's see if there's any sound that I did not play. Draymond Green. All right. One last soundbite, and then Chardol will come on to wrap up the show. And Chardol's going to actually help me promote our merch store, which is going to have a lot of new items. It's not there yet. We have some great stuff there currently, but we clearly need to add a fall lineup, if you will. We need some cheaper clothes. I don't control the prices. I use a third-party vendor to help me out with everything. And And I hate the fact that we're charging these prices. A lot of it is just, inflation, just, it's just a piggyback kind of thing. It's like a trickle down kind of thing. It's like, okay, you're charging more now, so they're charging more now, and it sucks. I hate it. So we have some new items coming. That are actually going to be more affordable with the holidays just around the corner, and I'm excited for that. Some awesome swag. I'm going to start wearing this stuff on the show as well. There's one trucker hat that I'm designing right now with the team, and I'm really elated for that. So anyways, I say all that because Chardal is going to help me pimp that stuff out. But first, let's hear from Draymond Green. And the audio is going to actually be good. This is courtesy of NBA, the NBA. I don't know why I said NBA dot. I was going to say .com, but it's just the NBA. So here is Draymond Green just talking about tonight's game. I think he in this clip mentions his relationship with Jimmy Butler. When Draymond talks, it's usually interesting. So here is Draymond Green following tonight's what was the final score again? 119-109 victory over the Los Angeles Lakers.
It's worked so well because he can't beat me in dominoes. And he has the best Ron seller in the world, and I really like having rich friends. And he's one of my rich friends. So, no, but like Steve said, I have the utmost respect for ultimate competitor, and I have the utmost respect for alphas. He's an alpha. There was kind of this misconception of.
Quick pause here because I don't want to let this go. Golden Dazer, and I sincerely thank you for that. KKS2360. Apologies for interrupting Draymond real fast here, but KKS2360 brings up a really ugly play in this game that I think I just mentally blocked out because I didn't want to think about it. That Marcus Smart, he got called for a flagrant for this. He almost yanked Stephen Curry's arm out of its shoulder socket. It was very reminiscent of Kelly Olynyk and Kevin Love some years back in the postseason. And KKS2360 writes, that last yank Smart did on Steph's arm was bullshit. Steph's lucky he didn't try to resist him. Easily could have hurt Steph for the season. You're absolutely right. F you, Marcus Smart. That was a dirty-ass play. He was just dirty. Like, he could have also hurt Jimmy Butler on the same play where he was complaining that Butler fouled him on a three-point attempt. Dude, Marcus Smart's just a piece of shit. Plain and simple. I'm livid just remembering that play. It was ugly. And KKS2360, thanks for reminding me of that. Marcus Smart, you're on my absolute shit list, you fat, tubby piece of shit. Anyways, continue on Draymond Green.
Oh, man, Draymond's an alpha. Him and Jimmy are going to clash, but I've never really seen two alphas clash because there's a respect for knowing how you are and what you are and how you go about things. And so, yeah, I mean, I think everybody just think I'm a complete idiot and I'm going to get into it with everybody, and that's fine. But one of the better teammates I've had, no question. He's the ultimate team guy. You look at those Miami teams and why they were able to win and, where they were. He was uplifting so many guys that may not necessarily be exactly who they looked like in the position next to him. But when you got a leader like that that's capable of creating any shot for you and uplifting you and making you believe you can do more than you can, that's the result of it. So it's been fun having him as a teammate. The chemistry's great. Everybody can stop worrying about me and Jimmy. They should worry about Buddy and Jimmy.
Hey,
It's
now.
not me.
Hey, now. These two, Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler, the chemistry between them is phenomenal. It was instantaneous. These are two, I see the word alpha being mentioned in our chat. No relation to that whatsoever. These are two straight up alphas that actually like each other, that have chemistry. And that's dangerous for the rest of the NBA. Do not also forget that Jimmy Butler is ringless. He's motivated. He has a very clear-cut agenda. Help his team and help himself. helping himself is gonna help the team. Let's win a champion. Besides the drive for 5, Steph getting one for the thumb. Let's get just one for Jimmy. He deserves it. He's that good of a player, and I love that he's a part of the Warriors. So good soundbite from Draymond Green. Shardall! Are we ready for this? Shardall, how you doing?
Hi, Sai. I'm a big fan of your YouTube channel. Love all
you.
your content, bro. Love everything you do on the platform. Great. This was a great win for the Golden State Warriors. They come out, they play strong. They take down the Lakers 119-109 in Game 1 of the 2025 Golden Days, in reference to the Matthew McConaughey movie Dazed and Confused. And the Warriors are such a special unit.
Yes.
Moses Moody, Stephen Curry, Brandon Pajemski, Gary Payton II. Golden Days, in reference to the Matthew McConaughey movie Dazed and Confused.
Shardall, what are you doing?
This team works so well together, and I'm such a big fan of this team. I will always be a diehard Warrior fan. I will always go to the games at Chase Center.
Oh yeah.
Steve
Where
Kerr.
did you watch tonight, Shardall? Were you at home?
I was at home today. I watched the game at home today on NBC.
With the familia, like, is your family also Warriors fans? Do they watch with you, or are you by yourself?
I'm a Warriors fan. My dad is a Laker fan.
So did you watch together, and were you talking shit?
No, my dad was watching the Warriors and Lakers game with me, and we were talking. We were exchanging hateful words with each other.
Yes, that's what I was. So at the end, were you basically like standing over your dad, pointing at him, going?
I was standing over and pointing at him.
That is imagery
in reference to the Matthew McConaughey movie Dazed and Confused.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Sorry, Shardall.
Steve Kerr's a great head coach, great genius mind of a coach.
Genius. Okay, all right.
And he really puts his players in levels where they can succeed, which I really like about any coach in any sport, football, basketball, baseball, it doesn't matter. Coaches need to inspire their players, and I think Steve Kerr does a really great job of inspiring all his players to do their very best. I'm actually going to the Golden State Warriors versus Denver Nuggets home opener on the 23rd of October. My dad is already
tomorrow. Shardall, you don't have to say the 23rd of October. It's the day after tomorrow, buddy.
My dad has already
incredible.
My dad has already bought tickets. We're both going. We're gonna be sitting in the upper bowl in the 200s. I'm so excited, man. I get to see Steph Curry. I get to see Draymond Green. I get to see Jimmy Butler ball out against the Nuggets, take down Jokic. Nikola Jokic is one of the most hateful men on the Nuggets right now, and I absolutely despise every single part of that worthless wretch of a human being.
Marcus Smart.
No, Nikola Jokic.
Oh, Nikola Jokic, that too. Okay, all right.
I hope we take Jokic.
You see what the Professor Armando Lara is proposing in our chat? But you just had a birthday. Armando Lara, who joins me for Friday Happy Hour, right, and he's now on YouTube. Spreewell was right. The name is still the same. It's just now on YouTube. Armando's writing, let's start a fund to get Shardall a stripper for your birthday. Let's say we did that. Let's say someone started a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe, whatever those things are, Patreon. I don't know how you raise money these days, but what if they did that for you? What if the fans actually got you a stripper? Would you be excited?
I would be excited. I've never had a stripper before, and that would be something that would be kind of fun because it would make me feel like a true adult to have the experience.
Why have you never been to a strip club, Shardall?
I've never been to a strip club before.
Why?
I feel like I'm not the right person to go to one.
Can you elaborate on that? How, like, in what way do you not feel right? Like, are you nervous?
I feel very uncomfortable to go to a strip club.
What makes you uncomfortable about it? Is it the ladies or the people or both or
the ladies?
So is it because they're dancing, or is it the lack of clothes, or
I think they're dancing and they have a lack of clothes.
Do you not like women without clothes? Like, do they have to be dressed for you to be comfortable?
No, they can be naked.
Well, the strippers are naked, and you're saying they make you feel uncomfortable.
No, I want to go to a strip club and
You do? Okay,
have
so
that.
you're ready. You're ready for that next step.
I'm ready to put dollar bills in dollar bills when they dance next to me.
All right, I like that. I like that. Okay, well, Armando noted. There you go. If we want to start that, and side note, something tells me a lot of people would be fascinated to see a video of your first experience ever at a strip club. San Francisco is the perfect city for it, Chardol.
I would love to have the experience for my next birthday. I mean, that would be phenomenal to have that happen for my next birthday. I mean, I've never gotten used to it, so I'm really happy that I'll get used to it for my next birthday.
Hell yeah! So what were your thoughts about the game tonight?
So I think it was a great. I think the golden days in reference to the Matthew McConaughey movie Dazed and Confused. I think that the Warriors played a really great game. They took down the Lakers 119 to 109. My prediction of Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler combining for 70 points unfortunately did not come out to be true tonight, but it will come out true in a future game. It will come out to be true, but unfortunately I'm bad at making predictions and I shouldn't be making predictions. And I should do better, because my parents don't want me to bet, but betting's kind of fun. Betting's kind of fun.
Your parents are wise for telling you to not bet, because if you don't put a lot of thought into it and you don't know what you're doing, it is potentially a huge waste of money. And so if you're ever going to bet on sports, reach out to me. I'll advise you. Your parents are giving you good advice. With that said, there's a couple people in the chat. People in the chat, like I am too cozy, is saying strip clubs are for losers unless you go with the girl. Well, first of all, I agree with the go with the girl part. That absolutely changes the experience for the better. But I don't agree with it's for losers part in general. I think it depends on where you go. Because following up, Anthony in our chat says only dirty losers like strip clubs. Let's keep it real. And this is where I think you folks have not experienced a good strip club. And Armando Laura brings up the Gold Club in San Francisco. There are some high class ones. I'm not sitting here defending all of them, but there are some that are not for losers. And all you need to do is see the talent in that place. And if you know what the hell you're doing, it's a damn good time. So yes.
Marcus Smart should have been banned for that egregious act he did in today's game. He almost injured Stephen Curry. Did you see what he did? He arm locked Stephen Curry in the neck, and then he did that, and he almost injured him.
I'm sorry. The chat's going. I'm distracted by the chat now because I am cozy's writing. So gambling's a waste of money, but not strip clubs. First of all, gambling's not a waste of money for me. But it depends on whether or not you're educated or not. And strip clubs, if you play it right, it's an experience that'll last you for the rest of your life. And I'm not going to go into detail in terms of what I mean by that because you should figure it out. And not to mention, clearly, if I don't think you understand how to properly spit game at a strip club.
Hey, sorry. So I recently went
going. It is not a waste of time. Sorry, Charlotte. I'm done talking about strip clubs. Go ahead. Yeah.
I recently went to Vegas for 3 days. I went to Las Vegas, and there are lots of strip clubs in Vegas. That's an entertainment destination. There are like so many strip clubs in Vegas, and I wanted to go. And my dad was saying go to one, and then I said like, should I go? Because then if I don't go to one, I'm never gonna have the experience for my life. So I gotta go and try it one time, right? And I said like, I gotta, the dad, I'm thinking, can I take a moment and think about it before I jump on that decision? Because I want to go to one.
Don't go with your dad.
No. My dad was saying you go.
Okay,
by yourself, and you go and then let your dad stand around and talk to some people on the strip, and then have you go inside. No. I'm saying that I should go by myself
and take your dad's money. Be even better, get your dad's credit card and say thank you, Dad. I love you.
So what were your 5 takeaways from this Warriors win?
Good question. Takeaway number one, Jimmy Butler is awesome, and 16 free throws is incredible. Takeaway number two, Stephen Curry still looks like he's at the peak of his powers. The man is turning 38 next March, and he doesn't look like that at all. Takeaway number three, Jonathan Kuminga is emerging as someone who even Steve Kerr is starting to trust, and he's turning into an Andre Iguodala type player this season, which I absolutely love. Takeaway number four, Al Horford, depending on the possession, can either look really old or really useful. It just depends. And takeaway number five, things are going to get very interesting when Moses Moody and DeAnthony Melton come back. How about you? What are your takeaways from tonight's game?
My takeaways are that Stephen Curry had a great game. I don't have five. Top five is kind of hard to give a top five. You know, it's
Okay.
like I feel like I'm being put on the spot here to get my top five,
Can you
top
give me
five
two?
takeaways.
What can you give me two?
Golden Days in reference to the Matthew McConaughey movie Dazed and Confused. So my top two takeaways are Stephen Curry scored 21 points, and Jimmy Butler went 8 of 8 from the free throw line.
Hey now. No. Steph went 8 of 8. Jimmy Butler went 16 of 16.
So my top two takeaways are that Jimmy Butler went 16 of 16 from the free throw line, and he scored 31 points for Jimmy Butler.
Shardal, do me a favor and promote the fact that we have a merch store, man. We got to sell some swag. We're gonna have a lot of new swag. Chances are, by the time people watch this video, I'm talking about the non-live audience. The merch store. Promote it. Help me out, please. Help me, Shardal. I need your help to sell swag. Help me out.
Sai is gonna have a merch store, and he's gonna sell merch on his website. Please go and buy some of his merchandise to support Golden Days and everything and all the good things that he's doing on the channel.
Thank you.
I want him to make some good money on all the merch that he has on his store.
We could talk about that. Maybe give you a cut.
Viewers, make sure to click the like button, smash the subscribe button, and ring that notification bell for Sai in Golden Days in reference to the 1993 movie Dazed and Confused.
Yes.
And also subscribe to the SGA Sports Talk channel. I'm at 400
Matthew McConaughey movie Dazed and Confused.
Yes. Go ahead, sir.
I'm at 479 subscribers. I'm on the road to 500 subs. So if your viewers can go over to my channel and click that like button, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell, you'll be updated when I post another live video. Sai, you're really hilarious, super funny. You should be a stand-up comedian.
Well, that's what this show is. It's the closest thing to it. But no, you are funny, sir. Shardal, you are incredible. And
Sai,
I'm not going to hear from you Thursday, right? Because you're going to be at the game with your dad. Is that correct?
I'm going to be at the game with my dad on Thursday, but I'm going to call into the show and give my memories of how the game went and what I thought about the game. I'll call in on Thursday and I'll make it as in-depth of an analysis that I can make of the experience.
So, Shardal, if people use the word days in the merch store, starting October 23rd, I'm going to give everyone a 20% discount. All because of you. Because
Golden Days in reference to the Matthew McConaughey movie Dazed and Confused.
So if you use days, Golden Days, and you make sure you spell it right, like the Matthew McConaughey movie, Dazed and Confused, 20% off. Does this sound good to you? Is that a good offer?
That sounds like a good offer to me. I mean, it's going to benefit a lot of people. So the San Jose Sharks and the Golden State Warriors have a similar way of how they do their opening night. They announced the whole roster.
And they promote ice, right?
No, they don't promote ice.
I'm kidding. I'm teasing. Go ahead. Yeah.
So the San Jose Sharks and Warriors, when they have their opening night games for the first game of the season, they announce the full roster. the open night
awesome.
roster, all the players who were participating in that game, they announce every single player. So
I
that's
love it.
really cool that they do that.
Shardal, you're cool. Everybody's cool. The Warriors 119-109 winners. Any final thoughts, Shardal? I'm ready to call it a night and chill with my dog. How about you?
Do you have anything about Buster?
Your cat.
Do you have any question? Do you have anything to ask about him?
No, because you've described him very well. He's a tuxedo cat. His name's Buster. He's snuggly. It just sounds amazing, man. I no questions. I'm just happy for you. I think everyone should have a fur baby of their own and rescue.
I'm so excited to go to the Warriors home opener.
I'm excited for you, brother. I'm excited for you.
2 days from now, I can't wait. When my dad went to Vivid Seats and bought the tickets so both of us can go, I was like elated because I was like, I get to see Stephen Curry out on the court, I get to see Jimmy Butler out on the court, I get to see Trace Jackson Davis, I get to see all the whole Warriors roster out there. I can't wait.
Shardal, Thursday, can you post pictures of your experience there on social media? And if yes, how can people follow you?
So you could follow me. My YouTube channel is SGA Sports Talk channel.
Social media, like Twitter, Threads, something like that.
I have an X, and I have a Facebook, and I have a YouTube.
Can you post pictures on X, and how can people follow you on X?
So they could go to my X at SGA Sports Talk channel, which is the same as my YouTube handle. It's the same as my X handle. You can go there and I'll post pictures on there and you can go there and follow me on there.
Perfect. Everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. A fantastic day one of NBA basketball. And of course, Shardal, the closer, wrapping it up for us. We'll be back. Hopefully Rick Barry joins us tomorrow. We'll have a show tomorrow regardless, just to summarize stuff and catch up. Shardal.
So I'll see you. Thanks a lot, Sai. Really appreciate it. I'll see you on Thursday. For the Nuggets and Warriors post game show. I'll see you then, dude. And I'll definitely hopefully it's a big win. Hopefully take down Jokic and the Nuggets. It's gonna be a rematch of Serbia versus USA. Jokic versus Curry.
Hey now. And the Warriors are 1 point underdogs. We'll see what I'm riveted. This whole season I'm excited for. Shardal, thank you. Thanks to everybody.
Sai,
yeah.
I hope you have a great rest of your night, and
you too.
You're truly the best man in the business.
Thank you, brother. I don't know how to respond to that.
No, I want to make. I truly want to make you feel special. So I mean a lot when you say you're the man in the business. I truly mean that with all my heart. I truly mean that. Everything that I say comes from the heart.
I know it does.
I really mean it. I'll see you on Thursday, and I'll have fun at the game. It's gonna be a great night. I'll take a lot of photos to recap.
Thanks, Shardal.
Golden Days in reference to the Matthew McConaughey movie Dazed and Confused.
Bye-bye.